What's up, YouTube? Well, you know what time it is. We're doing partial water test, so see if the carbon still works or not. Right. So I actually got a brand spanking new white bucket, and I'm pretty much ready to go. And this is week number 4, and yeah, we're gonna take some water out, and we're gonna see if it's discolored. Right. And we're gonna also turn the aquarium lights off. The lights are off, and water's going in. Ooh, I see some discoloration. I don't know if you can tell through the phone, but there is definitely some discoloration going on. I don't know, can you guys tell? Through the phone it looks really good, but me actually looking into the bucket itself, damn it, stay in the water, there we go. But yes, I definitely have some discoloration. So last week, the water still looked really good, but now I can definitely see a little discoloration. Through the phone, you cannot tell, can you? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Can you tell at all, guys? That's about perfect. Doesn't need to be any more than that. Alright, good. Yeah, can you tell? I mean, can you tell? You can kind of tell, right? I mean, I can really tell. Like a week ago, even, you know, when we took 5 gallons out, it looked crystal clear. From me looking into it, looking through the phone, it looked beautiful. But now, me looking at it, not through the phone, just me looking at it, it looks dirty. It has a T. It's a little discolored. It has a little bit of a T. But looking through the phone, it's still giving a little bit of that hay blue. Kind of. Do you see it? Kind of, maybe. Sucks that we're going through the phone. So let me see if I turn the lights on and not use the camera. Now the camera light is off and we're using the ceiling light. And I think we can actually tell now. Can you see it's a little discolored? You see that little tint? I mean, if I would let it go for 1 more week, it would probably be a lot more noticeable to the camera. But me looking at it with my eyes, you know, with no camera at all, it is definitely time for carbon. So last week it was good because I looked at it with my eyes and it was crystal clear. It looked beautiful. But I do want to say this. I wanted the process to go faster with it getting discolored. So I actually, the last week, since the 3rd week, I've been just feeding the tank like crazy. I've been putting plankton in there. I've been feeding the moray eel, krill, and fish every day. He's been eating good. And I just wanted the process to go a little bit faster because I just wanted to see, you know, that water discolor. But I don't know, can you tell? It's definitely not crystal clear. You know what I'm saying? There is definitely some discoloration going on there. So this is exactly what I was looking for. I'm happy. I'm going to go ahead and do a really big, not a really big water change. I'm going to probably do a 20% water change on a 60-gallon unit and then put fresh carbon in there. Alright. Check out this snail. This is a trouble snail. Look at the size of that dude. So that's my finger. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, he is huge. And he's going to clean this thing here. Look at all the texophilia, if I pronounced that right, Acado. Everything's off right now, so nothing's spinning around. But everything's doing beautifully. So I keep all the carbon back here, so I actually have to remove this. I always put some fiber floss, fiber filter in there, collect any of the food, and then in here is where all the carbon is. So we're actually going to go ahead and put no carbon in, but you see that? That's a good solid 2 pounds right there. It's a lot of carbon. And then everything else will be, yeah, everything else is good. The Chemi-Pure is actually still in here, which would be maybe here. Is this it? Nope, not the Chemi-Pure almost. Oh, I knocked everything over, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull that out, put that up here, and then let's see if we can get the Chemi-Pure out of here. I definitely got to build a different tray because that tray floats. This is the Chemi-Pure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually leave the Chemi-Pure in there, but I will put it in here. And I have to order some more. That's why I cannot replace that. This is good for a really, really long time. It's even You can recharge it. There's directions on the bottle when you buy stuff like that. It's called Purigen, I believe. Alright, so put that back in there. And then we get the carbon. And we're gonna put a new bag of carbon, about the same size, about 2 pounds. Because it definitely lasted over 3 weeks. A week ago, it was still crystal clear. Now it's starting to discolor. You still can't tell through the phone necessarily. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but 4 weeks is definitely, my opinion, the longest 2 pounds in a 60-gallon will work. Because you don't want it to stop working and the water really get discolored in 5 weeks. You know, like that's just nasty water. You want it to be healthy. So let's go ahead and just take care of it and do a nice, awesome 20% water change, new carbon, and I will order some new Chemi-Pure, and that will be here also within a few days, and we can throw some more of that in there. Awesome. Real quick, what I use, this is just regular from Petco, just regular activated carbon. I went ahead and put, you know, a lot of it in there. It's about the same, but we gotta go rinse it first before we put it in there. We have a big powdery dust of carbon in there. But yeah, that's what I use. And I also use Chemi-Pure, but I gotta order some of that. Oh no, can you hear it? It's activated. I rinsed it off real good. It's sizzling. And yep, we're going to go ahead and put that back in there. It weighs about 2 pounds, definitely. It's a lot of carbon, a big bag. Carbon in there, 2 pounds. Fits that container nice and snug, so it really has to go through the carbon. I went ahead and put the used Chemi-Pure bag up there. That's definitely time to replace that as well, because yes, you know, the water was a little bit discolored. So what I'm going to do now is do a 20% water change and fill it back up, and then keep on rolling. 20% water change is about 12 gallons, so I'm going to go ahead and do 15. I already got two going, so that's 10 right there. And I don't know if you can tell, but if you walk up to it slowly, this is still the dirty water. Can you tell? I don't know, maybe like this. Can you tell? I know it still has a little bit of a hay blue, but it is discolored. Alright, let's stop showing you the bottle. I don't know. It is definitely discolored though. It's not crystal clear. When you look in it, you can see it is discolored. So I wanted to show you the difference on very clean water and the water coming out of here. Whoop, let's not actually overfill it. Okay. Whew. Alright. So this is from the tap and it's conditioned. So this is what it looked like a week ago, and it really did look like that. It was crystal clear. And now this is what it looks like a week later. So this is 4 months old carbon. And like I said, without the comparison, we couldn't even really tell, because when you look at it through the phone, I mean, you can see it's a little discolored, but it's just really hard to tell through the phone. So I thought I'd make a comparison. Brand new water. 4-week-old carbon. Water's a little discolored, so there you go. Alright. Definitely can tell the difference. Water back in, salinity's where it needs to be. Everything is running. Of course we can't tell. Look at that. That snail is so big. He ate that while we were cleaning it. Still gotta adjust the water level and everything. It's a little bit too high. It needs to be sitting where those 2 marks are. But that's okay. It goes in and over and through that carbon right there, which we still need to replace the Chemi-Pure, which is on top, but the carbon underneath is brand new, 2 pounds, nice and wet into that container, so it has to go through, go all the way down through the bathroom back in here. The protein skim, which you can hear is working really hard right now because I took the thing off. Ooh, I need to put one on there because that's a little loud. And yeah, kid is doing its thing. Tank is also looking good. I went ahead and did a 15-gallon water change. Actually did a 20-gallon water change because I just thought about, hey, let me take out another 5 gallons and compare it to clean water. You know what I'm saying? So we went ahead and did that. So we actually did a 20-gallon water change. Doesn't necessarily hurt too much, but let's go ahead and give our ideas about it. And yeah, about the carbon. So the carbon is definitely good for up to 4 weeks, depending on load. On my saltwater tank, it was doing really great. Last week's video, when we removed the water, looking beautiful, crystal clear. I'm like, wow, it's still looking really good. 1 week later, I wanted the process to go a little bit quicker, so I actually ended up feeding the moray eel a whole lot more every day. Krill, silver-sized fish the next day, and then krill the next day, and then silver-sized fish the next day. He got fed every day. And then I also put a cube of like bloodworms in there, and you know, stuff like that. Plankton for the feather dusters. I put a lot of food in there just to get the, you know, waste product to go up a little bit, and, you know, see how well that carbon keeps up, right? Well, the carbon definitely lasted 4 weeks, because today when we did the partial water change, right when I started putting the water into the bucket, I noticed a discoloration. Now, it was hard to tell through the phone, but I definitely did do a comparison of brand new clean water from the tap with a little bit of conditioner in there, and taking another 5 gallons out. So we actually did a 20-gallon water change on the tank today. We put a brand new 2 pounds of regular carbon in there. I will be getting online and pouring some more Chemi Pure, and that should be coming in within a couple days, and that will be also replaced. Now, my opinion about actually having to do the water change, I don't think so, because all the nitrates and nitrite and ammonias and all this stuff was still in check, perfect, like barely even unreadable. So I really think on a saltwater tank, just keeping up with the carbon is the most important thing, and checking the parameters also, you know, once a week, every other day, depending on how you feel comfortable with it. But keeping up with the parameters, because if anything gets out of hand, like say water gets too hard, alkalinity goes up too high, there is ammonia spoke, just, you know, a starfish got stuck between the rocks and is rotting away. You never know, right? So definitely check it, make sure that nothing's going too crazy. Do your water change as necessary, but if your system is really established, really strong, you should only be doing a water change once every 3 months, maybe even once every 6 months. And that's what I'm trying to go for, is the ultra low maintenance system, enjoying it and looking at it instead of working hard, slapping buckets around, scraping algae. You know what I'm saying? I just want a very good looking clean system. Hell yeah. Well, YouTube, I appreciate y'all going through the carbon test with me. Definitely lasted 4 weeks, and I wish you guys an awesome night. Y'all be good. Laters.